of the sort of, I'd say within the centres, we've been working in them 20 years. We've been doing the research. We started out, I remember starting out doing research for people, manually getting in, physically searching through the records. For anyone that's done that, it's difficult. Your eyes get tired, you're looking at old registers, you're looking at them on a microfilm, your concentration goes, you can easily miss a record.
Well, so tell me then, when did Roots Ireland go online?
Roots Ireland went online last June. County Armagh, the centre I actually run.
June of 2008?
No, June of 2007.
Okay, so you just crossed your mark. Okay.
Yeah, we took the plunge. We said we would be the first ones to go on to this and sort of see if it's working. And we went online, followed by then I think it was North Tipperary and Cavan and a few other centres. And now we've actually 20 centres in Ireland. Where if you go onto our website, the www.rootsireland.ie, you can actually see a map of Ireland where we're sort of trying to green Ireland. We have it originally in red, but we're green at each county that adds records. We colour them in green. So we now have 20 centres, I should probably say, north, south, east, west of Ireland. Most of the counties are now online to some degree. They have some records there. And the good thing is, for example, from Armagh, we put our records on in June 2007. I'm waiting on their IT people come back. I've now about another 30,000 records to go online.
Wow.
We are still computerising records. We're using all the centres, the money comes into the centres from the online service. We're using that to pay people to computerise more records.
Are all the centres online? Are they all on board with this idea?
All the centres are on board with it.
Okay.
The problem is with different things is some centres, when they computerise the records, they computerise them in various different types of programs.
Right.
As you well know with computerised records, some of them are now obsolete, some of them, at the time it was cutting edge technology, for example, but now it's trying to transfer it into a system can be searched. It's just basically because they're community based, in theory they've all signed up for it. We have to wait till the local community agrees, the local board, that they're happy to go on with the records. We had some clergymen didn't want their records on, but when they seen other clergymen's records on, they says, get us on. So, we're doing all that. And we're trying to get other records. We've now got the 1901 census, 1911 census for many counties up as well. We have the 1821 surviving census up for a lot of counties, 1841. We have pieces of census that many people thought were destroyed. So they're actually being all computerised. Each centre's not stopping. We have some counties, for example, I believe like Mayo, like Sligo, who have totally finished all their records. Their church records, their government records up to 1900. They're now computerising unique smaller sources. Maybe parish censuses or lists of militiamen maybe, or things that people don't even know there.
Yeah. Records, right.
And when they're all computerised, we'll actually put them up as well. So we're going to keep working. We have a lot of work to do. We've 13.5 million records, which doesn't translate to 13.5 million people. But you have to remember, a baptismal record generally has 5 people on it. It's the child that was born, the mother, the father, and in most occasions 2 sponsors, 2 godparents.
Right.
And as well as the clergyman, of course, in many instances. A marriage record generally is 2 people get married, mothers and fathers, and the 2 best, the best man and the bridesmaid. So you can really multiply your almost 14 million records by 5. So you're really talking, there's 70 million individuals out there. So we're getting there. We have a lot more records to go on. We're still computerising. We're developing our software. Initially now you can only search by putting in the name of the person you're looking for.
Okay.
We're actually running at this conference, the IT people just got it thing, so for myself and a few of the administrators of the foundation, we're actually trying out now by doing searches by putting the mother's name and the father's name in, or the spouse in a marriage, to see does it work. And the first evening we done our Wednesday evening, we had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
I emailed them all back home on the Wednesday night when I finished here, Ireland being 5 hours sort of ahead of America. The next morning when I actually woke up, I had the email back in, they're all fixed.
Oh, wonderful.
And every single one of them fixed. But as we went through the conference here, we were picking up 1 or 2 wee teething problems. So we test run a thing for about 2 to 3 months. So whenever it goes out to the public, there's not as many things. But when it comes online, you'll be able to find brothers and sisters very easy, a lot of other things. So it's a huge undertaking. And as I say now, we're only starting to get out there to show people we're in existence. Because unfortunately for many, many years, I remember the very first genealogy conference I went to in America. It was Pittsburgh, and I actually listened to an eminent member of the Irish-American circuit, so to speak, that done talks in genealogy, and he actually said that it was almost pointless researching records prior to 1900 in Ireland, because most of them were born in a fire in 1922. And I took exception to it and I challenged him on it because I brought him to our database, which we had with us then on our laptop, and I says, here's records from the 1700s. He says, oh, one or two parishes. I says, no. I says, we have every record in County Tyrone here, well, not every one, but every Catholic record at that time in County Tyrone prior to 1900. And I think at that stage that was run into somewhere in the region of about 150,000 records.
Wow.
And people were being fed misinformation. Because, for example, the story of the 1922 Four Courts fire, in which during the Civil War in Ireland, which come in after a War of Independence, where unfortunately Irishman took on Irishman, the Four Courts Public Records Office in Dublin was bombed and a lot of records were destroyed. But we have to remember, not one single Roman Catholic parish register, not one single Presbyterian parish register, nor a Methodist parish register was in that building, so they were not destroyed. The only records were destroyed, and unfortunately they were the Church of Ireland Anglican records. And there was only 1,006 parishes destroyed. Thankfully, a lot of the Church of Ireland parishes in the north of Ireland didn't listen to their own clergy, they didn't listen to their own bishops, because they didn't submit their records which they're legally supposed to have done. So thankfully they didn't.
They might be somewhere else.
Well, they are. They're in the parishes. They're in the Public Records Office in Belfast. So we have records in our database dating back to the 1500s. So
that's wonderful. And it's so true, I think, from an American viewpoint that it's very common to kind of hear that, oh, Ireland's impossible. Oh, you have to go there yourself or there's just nothing you can accomplish. And you're just going to shatter that.
Well, we're going to shatter it. And as I said at the start, once we are able to say to people, look, we've 100% completion done for this period in Ireland, and you take it warts and all, that there are a few mistakes, there will be human error mistakes in that, and you know, we've tried to make it as foolproof, so to speak, as possible. But once that's done, people very quickly will be able to say, yes, there's my ancestor, or no, we're just not going to get it. And they may look at some of the other sources we have. So we're trying to sort of learn, educate the Americans, the Canadians, the Australians, who don't really realise, you know, that a lot of the records done the thing. So,
and I'm assuming if we come to Roots Ireland's website and we don't see our county, not to give up, I'm assuming we should be checking back.
No, well, you don't have to check back. Once you register in, you have to register with your email address.
Oh, okay.
As we put on a new set of records, we send you an email.
Oh, wonderful.
So, you know, if you don't want to keep coming back, if your email's still open, your email will get that notification that we put on County Meath just on Tuesday this week, and everyone was sent an email to let them know. So we let you know when we put on records. So if you don't have to always go back in.
And how does it work in terms of purchasing access to the records?
Once you go on, you can search the index is free. Once you actually want to purchase an individual record, you click on a button and it takes you into secure credit card payment. You can buy that single record, or you can actually, a lot of people actually put in maybe 8 or 10 credits. It costs €5 to view a particular transcription of a record. So a lot of people put in 5 or 10 credits that they don't have to keep using a credit card to do it.
Okay.
And you can use that across all the centres. Even if you buy all the credit in County Armagh, you can then use that credit to search in any county. So you're not being limited to any one thing.
As long as you're just on the same website.
As long as you're on the website, you can use it wherever you wish.
Wonderful. Well, this is exciting. I'm glad I got a chance to catch you here at the conference. I'm sure you've been very busy with people interested in what you guys are doing. Keep us informed, stay in touch, and I know my listeners will be out there digging away and seeing what they can find.
Well, the important thing, as I said, just for us is rootsireland.ie, and we're going to be a one-stop shop for genealogy in Ireland.
Wonderful. I'll have a link for that website in our show notes so that people can click right through. Thank you so much for meeting with us.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
All right.
Okay, thank you.